Hello, my name is Franck Contrepois and the FinOps guy, member also of the FinOps guys. Today I'm going to talk about Windows licenses cost in AWS. And for that, I'm using a tool which is called Observable, which is a very nice tool that allows you to write very nice graphs and mix Markdown with graph, with data wrangling and management. Really cool. So, about Windows licenses. So the first thing is to note is that I did some research in the past, and the cost of the Windows license on AWS at the time, so 3 years ago, was $0.046 per hour per CPU. And so wanted to see if things have changed over the last 3 years. So I'm using how I'm gonna do that research. First of all, I'm gonna get some data from my website, which is called aws.frankcontrepois.com. It doesn't contain anything secure, so I just HTTP. And overall, the interesting bit about that one, it will be evergreen. On a monthly basis, the data is downloaded, elaborated, and presented back as updated graphs on aws.frankcontrepois.com. So have a look at it. So how do we plan to extract Windows license prices? I've used in the past and today also a very simple method. I do the license is the difference between the Windows VM price and the Linux VM price. So assuming that the Linux VM price represents just the hardware cost, and the Windows VM price is the hardware plus the license, we can extract the Windows license by the Windows VM price minus the Linux VM price. So when we get the initial data from April, you see that there is a nice table in which you can do some research, you can do some, you can filter things. It's quite useful. So the first graph, does the Windows license price make sense? So if I just see what are all the different price available per vCPU, do I get something that makes sense? And the answer is yes. You get 95% of the prices, so is between 0.045 and 0.047 per vCPU. That is also compatible with the previous research and makes it much simpler to understand. So the idea is that there are some strange conditions that I investigated in the past and which were the T family, because they use a CPU credit system that makes them non-standard for a licensing system on a vCPU based on vCPUs, and the C4 and D2, which 3 years ago and today are still marked in the billing information from AWS as current generation when they're not. So let's remove the T, C4, and D2, and then you get 99.7%, which private license cost being 0.046 and 0.3 being 0.041, and that's for the i3 metal. And in my opinion, this is a mistake. But hey, if you're using an i3 metal with Windows, be happy you're paying less than everyone else. Now, I wanted that to use some color. So this is highlighting also all the instance family, just to make sure that everything was clear. So this is still that 99.7%. Shows you that all the families are there. And the conclusion is that the Windows license is charged at 0.046 per hour per vCPU in any region. There is no change per region. The good thing is that, now we know it makes sense. The inconvenient is that if we do the math and we do that 0.046 per 8,760, which is the number of hours in a year, you get $402.96, let's say $403 per year per CPU. That's quite expensive. So if you have a licensing agreement, or you can buy them on your own outside of AWS, and that costs you less than $403 per vCPU, then I would recommend you go with the bring your license, the BYOL, and use a normal instance. That's it for me. Thank you very much. Other graphs are available on that same page. The link is in the description, and have a fantastic day.